On map 1 here, XERXIA and OpTic have history. But the other thing, and I don't think that we mentioned this so far, is that OpTic has a history of kind of mental issues down the line when they're down. And that was a tough loss against an underdog opponent. So you have to be wondering how they're recovering that, how they're thinking about recovering from that as they go to their home ground of Ascent.
And, you know, that was one of the things that we've mentioned a couple of times, right? Like, OpTic is historically very comfortable on this map. So perhaps while it was an ugly loss, this could be enough to get him back in. You see the wall to deny entry from a main, but you can't really deny things out from trees, especially when you blast the door right through and they're knocking on it. They kick it down and they work their way in. Cruz has already fallen, but Sushi Boy's on the flank. And in fact, it's a 4 or 5 team flank. Because why not, right? Everyone expects the 5-man flank.
Still got the frenzy.
Spam through the cloudburst, not landing yet. Victor and Ye both so weak, and crashies isn't much better off here. That shock dart could be a oof.
They're so low, all of them.
Yeah, exactly. The paranoia through. Dart spots him, drops. This is scary, Bala. This is very scary. Speaking of which, he swings out, but Crashy stops it. OpTic at the pistol, but boy, oh boy, that was full clench the entire way.
Yeah, that was, I mean, that was ridiculously. I keep wanting to say scary, but I'm trying to not say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. That was, look, there's a couple things here that are new from me that I haven't seen before, even though that this is a comp that's old. And we've talked about this over and over in NA, but the Sage on Ascent, especially on defensive-sided maps, or on defense starts, is so good and has actually gained a lot of popularity. But that close door hold from Cruz, he actually drops the slow and then closes the door. And that makes it so they have to break it down. Marved has to be the big bad wolf in that situation.
I don't know that dart landed quite like he intended.
I wasn't looking.
A bit wide. That's all right. OpTic here working their way at B, and there are 4 members from XERXIA. They seem to be working in packs throughout this map, at least so far.
So already spotting 2 there and seeing the Sage as well, kind of to me, should give them the information that the stack is there. But we'll see what Finesse actually decides. Given the fact that their default, they're looking for that. They're scouting for opportunities for them to have stacked up. And they just stays there and waits. They cleared logs, so he actually has the time to just sit there.
Fox thought he was going to be cheeky.
This is the type of thing that I need OpTic to do on this map and others that are coming up, Haven as well. It's very important to be running these defaults early, stopping these early pushes, stopping the whimsy pushes through smokes.
And it'd be interesting to see how OpTic adjusts to that, because we saw it in the last round as the Prime Gaming Flawless comes through. We saw it in the first round, right? Like, XERXIA wanted to flank, then they wanted to do it in bunches. This time, while it wasn't as potent in that it was only just one on the flank, the trend is the same, right? Like, they want to, once they have a feeling of where you're going to be, they want to apply pressure from opposite sides. OpTic need to keep an eye out for that.
Wow. Yeah, with a Marshall. I want to see a stat. How many Prime Gaming Flawlesses you've had on anti-ecos with a Marshall? Right? That's something I want to see. So, what's the setup here from XERXIA? They've got actually Surf going to be aggressive with Cruz. All the way down into B main, setting him up for dash play, and then also slow and a wall. And all this utility from Killjoy, Sushi Boys, on the A site. Able to stall and pivot, potentially.
It seems like XERXIA are expecting OpTic to hit it, a tree hit onto A.
Wow. The wall used actually on the mid door.
They're trapped, man. You've got 2 people in garage, right? You've got pressure coming in from Market and from B main. And Surf is still sitting there. They try to flash through. Oh, Surf answers the call just fine, as Fox does as well. XERXIA on the board. Woo!
Utter destruction. You called it. They just got trapped completely. And this time it's a brick house. Marv can't blow the door down like he did on pistol round. That was gorgeous from XERXIA. And they had the pinch. They contained and maintained the space for Surf to work his magic, get the 2 kills over here. And at the same time, Foxes is swinging with a paranoia all the way from spawn. You saw that. Didn't really come into play because he cleaned them up so early, but if they weren't out, they would have been dead either way.
So XERXIA showing a little bit of fight here in the 3rd round. And now we get on equal footing. Ye still has that operator to his name as he explores the middle of the map. Not going to get anything to look at quite yet, but Surf, Yeah, he's gonna have to dash off of here, and there's really no one to cover him at this point. Cruz falls. Surf's in a world hurt.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Right, okay.
What?
Yeah, why not?
That is beautiful. What a flash from Scary, and that gives Surf the opportunity to fall out, get out of the door, and come out, evening out the situation.
We have him dead to rights.
Yep. Execute coming, though, from OpTic.
The spam through the brim smoke.
Come on, man.
Right.
These are vandals. And he got a turret kill. Oh, no way. Talk about tilters. That's one right there. Crashies left in a 1 versus 4, and they're swarming
one,
once
right?
again.
Oh, gosh. I thought it was going to happen. He gets a spike down, so he's going to get a little dough to work with. But, man, that was difficult. And this, too, is difficult. So, XERXIA get the defuse. They're going to tie us up at 2 apiece. And it'd be interesting to see how money looks for OpTic coming out of that.
I mean, they should be broken.
Early.
They should be broken. They got the spike plant down, though, so let's see.
Perhaps a little something.
Yeah. Nope, nothing. They got knives for Ye.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we'll see when we come back from the other side of that. This is the round. Okay, so he's actually over top of the smoke. That's slightly less deep for Marved. It's really, really nice. But there's where Sushi's just full out. And that turret's got to be a League of Legends turret when it locks on.
Gotta be.
Yeah. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. So we mentioned they were broke, and OpTic indeed are. They've got the Blade Storm for Ye. They also, for some reason, okay. They tried going fast off the flash. Just doesn't work out. Surf's ready for it.
Dude, Scary. I mean, he just flashes and goes by himself. Surf is not even back because of the first shot that he got. And Sushi's Boy's got amazing setup here where he's got the turret watching B main, and he's got an awkward angle underneath the switch table.
Surf creeping forward. He's got that op. Seems like he's going to get a chance at finesse here.
Look how close he's holding the angle to the left wall, considering the opportunity that there's somebody there. And those are the types of things where you're kind of holding a little bit wider in some instances because you expect him to wide swing, but very well done from Surf. And you can see the mechanics that this kid has coming into XERXIA.
You know, the desk was talking a little bit about Surf and paddying, you know, kind of filling shoes and this whole thing. I think one of the fun things, though, is that Surf can do his thing, and he doesn't have to be as strong because some of the supporting cast seems to be hitting a bit harder than they did in the past. Scary had himself a field day on Icebox, seems to be starting off just fine here as well. So you've got the pieces around him to where Surf doesn't have to bear all of that weight.
At the same time, he can go.
Yeah, you can.
Full Emperor Palpatine, or Padapan, and just walk down mid, but he actually does stop. I mean, there's patience, discipline on this kid. And like both Bren and Jackie were talking about on the desk, the quote that they brought out from the press conference, Cruz talking about Surf, how they're working him in so much. You can see that's evident.
Not a whole lot of room to walk around there on that site, given everything that's littering the floor. Now the molly, the flash, the smokes, everything. Oh, they swing out. You saw the shock dart try to come through to try to deny OpTic, to try to keep him at bay, and it's unsuccessful. And once the smoke goes down, you realize there's a door to deal with too.
They're all grouped here. Marv's ult could be impactful, the orbital strike on market. Tough to fall out of, and if you have a player on lane, he can swing while you're trying to get away from it. And marking up for the spam. I don't think they'll use it here. I think they know pretty well that this round is wrapped up given the post-plant situation and the tools available for XERXIA.
Yeah, you see Cruz moseying his way around. It seems like they just want to play for exits, trap him in as much as they can, hurt their economy. As you see, XERXIA doesn't have much to their name, and it seems to be working.
Oh, they walled him in.
There ain't no way out. Dash keeps him alive. Just not much as
He
far
survives in this corner.
Oh!
And crashies dies. Wow. Heads up play from Surf. Heads up play from XERXIA to wall the lane off. They weren't coming in that direction anyways, but the slow on top of that, on top of stairs. You saw how Ye reacted. He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Forget you guys. Following up on the theme of Icebox. How many times he saved his op in that situation? But
Well, you have to. Yeah. You have to in that instance. He didn't have a ton of options at all. See you guys.
Put the trainers on and dipped.
Ops in the hands of both teams here, of both duelists. So far, it's been pretty quiet at the beginning of the round. You're seeing a whole lot of mid presence. First shot missing from Surf.
Have tools to push him back here, and not having to spend them. Right now, you actually see Foxes holding the back line with the drone for the time being, while Ye picks him up. And with the information that he gathered with that updraft, he smokes off Surf. They should be able to hit this, although Finesse looks like he's opting to put the lockdown first. Victor holding the flank too. Things are looking nice for OpTic this round.
Last player standing.
Yeah, it's just continuing to get better, right? Surf is in a position here where best case scenario, well, he 1v5. Second base case scenario, right? Like he takes the...
That does exactly what he did last round.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. Keep the op. Try to deal as much damage as you can. But OpTic in a position here where they should take the lead back.
He legged him. It's only a pistol. Okay. Apparently the classic is better than op. And a shorty.
All the time.
Yeah. 100% of the time. Exactly. That's a good stat. We should have used that on the desk.
I mean, they can.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, we need royalties again.
So OpTic take the lead back here. Much more closer contest. Yeah, you're right. Victor with 2 very big kills there.
Yeah. And I think you're starting to see OpTic really understand how this team is playing. And it's 4-3 for them right now as they actually go for some A main aggression, but the default is working. The way that they recognize they're playing a lot mid and pivot over towards B, hit the site with the lockdown, very, very clean.
Look at that slow orb. To deny things just a bit, but Ye gets in the angle anyway with the operator.
Last time this went terribly for OpTic when they took the A main control with Scary's flash, but there was also Surf in the mix there. This time he's not there.
Hunter's Fury. Scary trying to get away. The wall denies again, but this very well could be a ruse, and it seems to be the case as the spike is rotating back B.
Well, I'm not sure if that was. I mean, was he rotating already?
Yeah, the spike
before
was
the wall went
yeah,
down.
the spike had never left spawn.
True. Foxes is playing so far back as well on the mid ankle, so he knows that there's not going to be anybody coming in mid while Surf continues to hold this angle. Wondering if Victor's knife comes back up, because that could spell a massive trap for Surf. There it is.
No dash to get away.
Nobody there to follow up on it, though, and they just cleared mid, so he stays on the angle.
Yeah, he's in a spot where he can do it, man, and he had worked enough of the angle to where he could just kind of run away. He gets the pick onto Victor, but he's pulled right back up.
They have to go back through spawn, too, because of the drone. No, okay. They take the risk. They go down mid.
Straight into Killjoy's utility if they go back A.
And the pulses from No Command just ended, so he popped that molly early.
They leave Ye behind to try to cut off rotations. So Orbital Strike drops through as Sushi Boys. Becomes Tempura. Almost does. And he tries to get away. Kills traded back and forth. 13 seconds left. They've got to get the openings that they need. But Sushi Boys, who was on the site the whole time, keeps him back. Ye dashes forward right into his lap and is met with his demise. We're tied up at 4.
That is just gorgeous from Sushi Boys. And everybody reacting to that XERXIA hold. Early on, they shut down the A main aggression. Then Surf holds on with the No Command execute coming his way. They make OpTic pivot for a second time in the round and destroy them on the A site. I thought when Sushi Boys actually goes back over towards Jen because of the orbital strike, we actually had a teammate come out, I think it was Foxes on top of him, and he maintained the angle for Sushi Boys to just destroy the rest of this push.
OpTic calling a timeout. Now, take you back on a pretty short memory lane, but a memory lane nonetheless, right? Back to Icebox, where it was the first half. Chet calls the timeout. You see the momentum shift. OpTic's able to get a couple of rounds together. So this really does feel like a defining moment, at least in this half, where historically they've been able to come out of it with success. They need to do so again here.
Yeah, they really do. I think the keys that we saw in Icebox apply here as well. The way that Victor's various flashes can get them into really good positions. That happened on the defensive side though, so, and we didn't see much success over towards the attack side until those ults started coming from crashies and whatnot. So what is the solution here? I think to continue to figure out how they're playing. Are they actually exploring the mid angle? Are they actually exploring A main or B main? And then really start to work those splits, because that's how we saw early on Surf get caught, Sushi Boys get caught because they're holding on to that position so long. And OpTic's giving it to them in some instances. That needs to stop, and it might do right here. They're going straight for A main. Not at all what I talked about, but crashies has the ult. Last time he tagged somebody and almost got a kill, but this time Scary's here to receive with potentially a paranoia to slow this down. No Sage on this side of the map.
Light armor for 4 of the 5 members of OpTic here. You're really starting to feel the pressure, the impact of how the rounds have gone from a financial perspective.
There you go.
The Cloud Burst. Patient. Now Ye dashes through, and he was sent on a suicide mission.
He missed his smoke to dash on top gen.
Nice pick out from crashies with the Hunter Fury to trade it back. The paranoia out, but there's no one pushing through. It seemed interesting because as Ye was dashing out, they sent 2 back from A main to rotate through mid, and now the res is back to bring Sushi Boys online. Numbers back in favor of XERXIA, and it's gone from bad to worse, Bala.
Finesse just hit a scroll wheel or something, jumping while in the angle, and they can't get past the Omen smoke. The change is for this to land. Oh my God, what is that from Cruz? This guy is nasty. This guy is so good. We've seen that over and over for him. He's showing up more than I've ever seen.
That boy is good. Now crashies falls. This Cruz gets 4 on the round. XERXIA take the lead. OpTic come out of the timeout. And they're not able to find the success they're looking for. And now they're broke. What didn't work there? What was it? Because it looked like there was a bit of indecision.
I hate to bring it back to that, but Ye missed his smoke on the dash. And because of that, everything gets slowed down. We already have to rotate from Sage. Remember I called out. The Sage is not there. The whole point, the reason I did that was because it's going to be such a slow rotate. He's not going to be able to stop with the wall like we saw the round prior. But Ye doesn't get out. They get the kill, they stall. And unfortunately, the Sage gets there. And now we even get Surf winning the fight against Ye once again. Oh my goodness. This is going from bad to worse for OpTic.
Surf just padding the stats here a little bit. He's trying to make a run for, you know, the MVP boat at the end.
Yeah, I guess so. But the thing is, there's no stat padding against OpTic. You know what I mean by that? Like, this is OpTic we're talking about. Sure, it's anti-ecos, but this is a kid with his debut LAN performance right here. That's unbelievable.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby as the Prime Gaming Falls comes through for XERXIA. They take a 2-round lead. We've talked a lot about Surf, and well, for good reason, as he's sitting on a cozy 11-3. We'll see that one more time because it was just that pretty. And we have to keep this in perspective as well. Yes, OpTic didn't have much to fight back with here.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Bala, we're now entering this kind of uncomfortable time where this is probably the last gun round for OpTic in this half, right? Like, maybe one more, maybe a little gun round and a half of some kind. But they have to start converting here.
Yeah, they'll have to force if they lose this. So, they've already cleared bottom mid, and Ye does find the alarm bot out in the open. So that does buy a little bit more pressure for them. But the setup has changed once again. Cruz just staying in the middle. Maybe this is how his rotate got so fast on that previous round, and Surf takes a lot of space. Scary could even opt to leave him. We got Foxes. Droning close, you could get punished, but instead, spots Finesse going for the orb, and that's a chunky shot.
1 point away from the lockdown is Finesse, and this round again seems in a spot where Zer's just finding early information and forcing OpTic into a different approach, into another approach. You see Ye is taking a lot of space up mid, so he's got some room to work with there. But the thing is, there's no way to threaten A main because of the space that Surf took earlier.
So key here for XERXIA to actually leave Surf in A main, hold on for quite a while. Scary trying to find 1 kill at least.
Finesse so weak.
They got Scary too.
And they dropped Scary. Yeah, he seemed like he was in a spot to swing out with paranoia. Surf not able to land the shot. Now he's in a world of hurt. They're swinging on him. He tries to dash back, tries to throw it in reverse, and he falls. 13 seconds left. They've got to get onto the site. They've got to do it soon. 2 remaining members of XERXIA just now showing up. And that lockdown, it's going to be a bit late, so it shouldn't cause problems.
No fragment, no ults. They have to fall back over towards Wine. Didn't see any lineups there.
Look at the pinch, but look at the pinch. Look at the pinch out from OpTic. Finesse has already worked his way through the middle of the map. Fox on the tap. 3v2. They've got a hold. My goodness, they've got a hold. He's gotten 2. He needs 1 more.
He's low.
He only has 2 bullets to his name. Finesse, patient, waiting. No shot, he sticks it. No shot, he sticks it. My goodness, like a thief in the night.
I can't believe they just yoinked that round away. You called it out. Look at the economy from OpTic right now. He just stuck the defuse and forced them to force on the final round of the half. XERXIA is primed to go up 8-4 on map 2 in this series. And they're already up 1 map, Doug.
You know, a couple of rounds ago, Balla, you mentioned that the turret kill felt like a tilter.
Yeah, we started this map
that?
off questioning, you know, OpTic's mental resilience. And when you face up against a team like this that everybody's saying, everybody, and I'm not saying that lightly, you know how Mitch Man always says, oh, everybody says this when only he says it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm talking, literally everybody had OpTic winning this game in easy fashion. So you got to think OpTic is thinking about that.
Broken by the lockdown through. The paranoia keeps him back, and crispy shots on the A to decapitate him. As Scary's not quite done yet, becoming a bit of a nightmare for OpTic. Sushi Boys gets in on the fun. Only 2 remain for OpTic, and that quickly dwindles down to 1. Now crashies has been a hero for OpTic many a time. He's got an opportunity to do it again. He's gotten it down to a 1v3. His position's given away as he tries to dance behind Jenny. Try to find some room to work with shock darts, bullets, everything swinging his way as he eventually falls in 8-4 half. Out from XERXIA. That's the way everyone predicted it, right? Like, this is what everyone thought was going to happen.
I can't believe this. This is the beginnings of a tie upset over North America and over one of North America's best. And I said at the beginning of the day when we started the show that this is NA's potential best chance here. And this is what's happening so far on their opening match.
Yeah, it's been a rough start here for OpTic against XERXIA. Again, an 8-4 half. Out from the tie representative as OpTic are left trying to figure things out through the halftime. Friends, we're going to throw it down to Jackie at the desk. Jackie, she's all yours.
Doug and Balla, thank you so much. You know what? Low-key, I'm shocked I'm saying this out loud. XERXIA up at the half, starting incredibly strong. I mean, Sushi Boys. I think that's all I'm going to say. Sushi Boys.
Yeah, I mean, Jess, you wanted to talk about Sushi.
Please,
Sushi
I am chomping at the bit to talk about this man. He is one of the... Actually, no, I'm going to come out and say it. I don't care what anyone else thinks about me. He's the best killjoy in all of APAC. I'm going to say it right now.
Okay.
When we saw him last year, yes, he dipped and dived a little bit onto the jet, but his killjoy plays were unreal. Tossed your mind back to just mere rounds ago, round 11. That man trusted his Tommy turret so much that he stuck it. Not only did he stick it to halfway, but that man ninja diffused entirely after being able to pop a complete A-hold. They couldn't push B because Surf was over there with an off. They couldn't push A because they had the kill boy of Sushi Boys. I tell you what, all of that excitement you had before, I've now absolutely just absorbed it from you, Bren. This is the kind of hype that we are bringing here. And I said whoever wins this map is truly benchmarking themselves as a top contender here at this entire event.
Do you know what I love about this as well? Is that Champs for me was a storyline of the minor region teams really stepping up and upsetting as well.
Yes.
The teams that were anticipating to win. And I was wondering if that was going to carry forwards because XERXIA, they didn't show signs of it in my opinion in their VODs, but they are coming out swinging.
Look at this.
Look
at this, guys. Moment of silence.
I actually hurt my hand. I was slamming the desk when this was going on.
We need a new analyst desk because look at this.
Because
I was slamming my hands at that moment.
This part of the analyst desk.
I couldn't believe he stick that. The cojones on this guy.
Oh my gosh.
Stick that,
Please
man.
don't break the desk.
It is 8-4. XERXIA up, leading against OpTic on OpTic's best map.
We need a new
desk.
desk.
It is actually insane.
He's
it is insane.
This. Okay, well, we're ready to get back into this, y'all.
I mean,
I know
ready.
both of us are chomping at
ready.
the bit to like talk about this more. I'm just like, I'm not ready.
I need an oxygen mask. It's not copium anymore, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real deal.
It's okay. Take some breaths. We're gonna hand it back over to Doug and Balla. I mean, we are all sweating and breathless over here, Doug and Balla. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Jackie. XERXIA flirting with the first major upset here in Reykjavík.
And it's on day 1, baby.
I mean,
does it get any better than that?
No, it doesn't. Great opener out from Ye, though.
And let's temper a little bit of the hype, I think, going around right now. This is not over.
Yeah.
This is not over at all. It's 8-4, and OpTic's defensive side halves on this map specifically, and with what we saw from Victor at the end of Icebox on their defense, I could see this completely flipping around.
XERXIA not quite done with this upset. They still have to put a couple of final pieces together.
As the great FNS would say, job's not done.
I thought he said all good.
Well, that too? Yeah.
Oh. You see XERXIA here on the attacking half with the big lead that we mentioned, starting to test the waters. The swing out from Victor with the flash on the tree. And that might just be enough to determine. Look at how far up Sushi Boys has gotten.
Door closed, though. So this pivot is going to be noted. Fox with the late drone. No, he's going to opt not to do anything at all. And so this pop is coming. It's all up to Ye. He's already found an opening frag. He's at the Sheriff all the way back in Boathouse. And Victor has no flashes to help him.
30 seconds left.
The hit starts to come through. Ye's sitting on backside all by his lonesome, and that might be all he needs as he takes care of Sushi Boys early on. 13 HP, the swing out, the shock dart displaces him as he falls to Fox. But you see the push out. Spike still hasn't gotten down, and for OpTic here, you can approach this from a couple of different angles. You can apply pressure from opposite sides of the site.
That knife buys a lot of time before the smoke goes down from Scary.
Fox, backside, trying to keep OpTic back.
Standing.
He's the last line of defense before falling by the wayside. A great opener out from OpTic from beginning to end, right? Ye gets the pick across mid. They put together the rest of the round on the retake on B, get the defuse. That's exactly what they needed.
Sure, yeah. That opening pick from Ye, though, actually worries me. I know he won the fight, but how often have we seen him losing that fight? And if Ye is already starting to feel that he needs to go hero play on pistol round in the second half, unless he, I mean, obviously Ye can be the hero, and I want him to continue having that confidence, but it could start to bite them, is all I'm saying.
Nice kill, Jake.
Ooh. Well, a little spicy here, are we? XERXIA forcing up.
Got the spike down, and it looks like they want to go potentially hit the A's site relatively fast.
They've got the money to work with, and they choose to invest it. What's left to be determined is whether or not it's unwisely.
Marved has the incendiary grenade actually to put down if they actually determine, and I think he might. Yeah. As soon as the drone comes out, as soon as he hears 3 footsteps there, he drops it down.
But they're dashing into it anyway? My goodness, they are looking surf. Oh, he falls. Just a bit behind, too far behind enemy lines. As now the rest of XERXIA try to come through. They try to funnel their way in. And they're met with nothing but a shower of bullets. Now we begin to question the investment from XERXIA, right? You buy up.
They've got the lead. Try to cement the game right there. That's what we saw on Icebox from them, the way that they played the end of that map as well.
Yeah.
Remember, they smell blood. And it might still be leaking.
Marved with 60 HP. Oh boy, 2v2 here. Fox gets into a 2v1. He's literally behind Victor. My goodness, he's behind Victor. A 1v1. Oh. He's already gotten 3 to his
Does he know?
He's got the spike. He's getting out.
How does he know?
But the thing is, Ball of Crashies has been so good for OpTic in these moments, in these clutch 1v1s. He's going to have to do it again.
Yeah, but he has to come out of B main, so this is going to be an even situation. Closes the door too, so just has to worry about spawn and B main. And with the dart, the gig is up. Fox knows where he's at.
Crashies patient, the drone tries to go first. Fox has the ult. I don't know that he's going to be in a position to do it. Tries to reposition back to Boathouse. Crashies starting to press his way forward. Spike ticking 1v1. The swing, Crashies again does it for OpTic.
You were questioning the force at the beginning of that? I mean, the initial hold was great from OpTic, but the way that XERXIA followed up on it, even better. And for Foxes in the end to actually outmaneuver Crashies. That dart also, the way that he's countering that, making it so that Crashies can't spam it if he does get the drone tag, just fantastic heads-up play. And unfortunately, Crashies holds his nerves for Foxes. And OpTic hold on as well, make it 8-6. This is where they need to convert
Well played, bro.
on this anti-eco. And it's not just going to be an anti-eco. Look at the weapons. They've got 2 marshals. They've got sheriffs. They've got a little bit of armor as well.
Nice. Yay, perhaps. Yep. Okay. We've got something cooking. Both remain. Surf and Sushi Boys both have armor, right? So it won't be nearly as easy as the first two.
Didn't we see this round from Surf? Literally on the first half.
Yeah, I think we did.
He's 4 HP now too, and I don't think they recognize the fact that he's still pizza. You actually saw him wait there for a while, and yeah, he's playing the mind games fantastic. Look at Finesse and Marv, though. They found themselves a huge flank on the cat, and Sushi Boy's nowhere near helping out with this.
No, they've cleared out the alarm bot. That should tell them that they do have presence in tree, and that's exactly where OpTic decide to go. Surf falls. What they don't know is that it seems like Fox is the last one alive and is also in tree.
I mean, the position of the spike makes them pretty happy no matter where he is on the map.
For sure, for sure.
So 8-7, and we will have our first gun round. And while this round is important, given the possibility of XERXIA pulling out a patented eco round, OpTic respond with a Prime Gaming flawless of their own. And now this round, important as well. The bonus. And if they opt to actually stick with the bonus, given the situation that they're in, and I think they will, if they win this, they look primed to set themselves up for coming back on the second half, sending us to map 3.
It does seem like they decide to ride out the bonus. Ye also has his blades. And we've seen how good he is with the Marshall, not holding down mid. Different positions.
And that's just cheating with that turret. That's how they got the push out earlier last time. They put the one way down, they put the turret, and then they just walked past it. And that shock even avoided. And I think he might have heard footsteps. Ooh.
And turret's a nuisance.
It's Sushi Boy's turrets.
Look at Ye. He's got that blade storm that I mentioned. He's going hunting, and Surf wins that duel out. Now they can follow off the drone.
God. Avert your eyes, man. This kid is something else. Pre-fires the angle? Are you kidding me?
The spike just now starting to
Wait, did he just open the door? He just opened the door to fight more. I mean, he's feeling himself. Okay.
Holding his tight angle. Fox gets it clean. Surf swings out third on the round. Once again, OpTic find themselves in a pretty difficult 1vx. Have to remind everyone that this was a bonus situation for him. Surf gets 4. 9-7 lead for XERXIA.
These flicks from Surf. I talked about how Ye started, trying to play hero at the beginning of that. And that was what I was talking about. That round specifically, how he's pushing into B main. Surf shuts him down because he's playing behind this wall. And Ye's going with the knives. Just immediately puts him down. And then this too. It's going to be a battle, these two. It's going to be, this is what the map is going to be defined as. This is how this upset eventually will be gone down. It's Surf versus Ye. And OpTic does not get the bonus. That's the most important fact out of all of this.
Slightly different Killjoy setup out for Finesse. Instead of having that same turret down A main that we've seen the last couple of rounds, the setup is fully onto B with the alarm bot mid.
Sure. You have to question that, though, with how the A main push actually worked out. Either way, I mean, swapping up the setup's never going to be something I fault them for. They've actually got 3 over towards A, all lined up as well, and that's not where XERXIA's going. So crashies has to hold on with Finesse just by himself. Oh, no.
Oh, no way.
Nice, good
No
dodge.
way Finesse dodges that.
Surf is in the sight.
Yeah, but he hasn't dealt with... Oh, now he knows crashies is there. The Odin, no, not even getting a shot. Off. His full control has been taken by XERXIA. You see the no command coming through. They've got to go fast. They want to go fast. Kills get traded back and forth. This OpTic finding the openings that they need. But you haven't cleared out Cruz quite yet. You haven't cleared out Cruz quite yet.
That 10-7. 10-7. XERXIA on the verge. So close right now. And that, again, reading the play. They know they want to go fast. No command gets popped. Sushi Boys taps the spike plant, gets off, and starts fighting with the crossfire as they pop out the smoke. The initial flash got shut down early. And they feel it. They know this is about to happen again. And led by the youngster, led by the inexperienced Surf. but a team effort all around. They fit him so well in this environment, and he's thriving.
I mean, looking like a veteran out there.
Absolutely.
Looking like a veteran against the veterans out from North America, right? Like nothing like quite like the guard, who are the rookies that we've talked about a couple of times. These are supposed to be the players from NA that have experienced a lot, right? Not just in this game, but historically as well.
They've been at the last 3 international tournaments as NA representatives, and let's not sugarcoat this. This is against El Diablo, Doug. El Diablo. Sure, there's a role change for him, but you have to look at that matchup and wonder. Surf has been making numbers on this guy.
16 and 8 against Ye. Yeah, I'd take that.
10-7. Again, not over yet. Job's not done, but they've got to be feeling the energy. They know what is about to happen. They're about to potentially 2-0. North America's hope. Still the guard waiting in the quarterfinals. I know everybody's like, oh yeah, Bala mentioned the guard again, but still, wow.
OpTic down 3 here. Money, again, not in a great spot. We got 2 marshals to work with. But that's really it. On the other side for XERXIA, they have the Blade Storm for Surf. We've talked about him a lot, and well, for good reason. We'll see if he's able to do anything with that. As XERXIA creep their way forward across the middle of the map, and look at the adjustments out from XERXIA. Scary playing back, waiting to see if OpTic's going to push down A main like they have a couple times now.
Sure. And you can see, actually, sometimes this happens with OpTic, the way that they don't end up taking risks like that. Look how far back Finesse is playing and crashes. And XERXIA immediately pounces on that. They recognize that from the last round. Sure, Scary's playing far back to actually receive the potential of an A push. But Ye's left by himself. He's got nobody here except potentially a Marved orbital strike.
Tries to dash away, playing down in hell. That first knife, I don't know how that missed it. In fact, they all miss. As he's still down in hell, Ye! How does he keep him back? Cruz cleans him up. No love lost. Cruz gets the spike down, 2. Remember, no guns on the side of OpTic here. As Sushi Boys creeps just on the other side of the smoke, and it's Scary. Of course it's Scary. Who else but Scary? With 2 big kills on the other side of the map. OpTic just kind of whimpered through this round with the lighter buy that they had.
There was opportunity there when Ye didn't get killed immediately from Surf, which is a rarity. But the knife's not landing, and at least they trade him out. And Victor clearly wanted to go for that, but again, reserved from OpTic. In a prior iteration, and I'm not saying that it's good, you would have seen Victor swing on that pop flash. But instead, he waits for it and actually doesn't have one to retake.
OpTic on a gun round here, one of the potential last few.
Yeah, he's got the op. He sets up in wine. Interesting decision. Instead of opping down mid, for example, where he's found some success, instead of actually walking up on angles, he's going to play it a little bit more passively. We'll see if XERXIA's discipline here, because this isn't the same type of round where they're giving up all space. OpTic is. There's actually still some control in wine. There's the Killjoy lockdown from Sushi Boys as well. But it's so quiet, so slow. And I think they will have the discipline here to maintain. The tag goes out. crashies doesn't ult him, but it forces them back. The knife actually spots Fox. That's not much information, and that's not available for when the hit does come through. No null command either, so this lockdown's going to work out, but Ye's the first hurdle.
And that historically is quite a monumental hurdle to overcome.
30 seconds left.
No.
Oh, he gave him a haircut.
Molly.
The cloud burst into Molly. Now remember, the last time that Molly dropped, they just pushed right through it. You see the orbital strike come through as Ye just on the outside of the lockdown, able to get one. But now the lockdown falls. Sight has been lost. 13 seconds left. They've got to get the spike down.
There's no way he just did that. 2 shots.
And now the second lockdown swings out. Victor going hunting, tries to get one. crashies. One with the ultimate surf. The young buck not going to do it this time around.
Oh, I got to see a slow-mo of that tap. I mean, he's full running, right? He's full running. Tap, tap, gets a headshot. These guys are something else. These guys are really, really something else. XERXIA, not only with a little bit of luck on their side in that instance, for example. But also so coordinated. They play so well together. They read the situations while they're there. Marved with the orbital strike. They're pushing in front of it, knowing that that's a possibility, knowing that that's happening. Here it comes, A with the peak mid again. He's gotten a kill every single time he's gone for this.
He's gonna get it. Looks like he's gonna get a chance at it. As you see both Sushi Boys and Surf toying around with the idea of pushing out tiles.
Just jump spotting.
And the smoke is going to provide cover. It seems like they want to go tree. The thing is, you've got Finesse's set up there.
Victor's here to actually help out Ye as well, with potentially a nade or a flash to help him get out. And jump spotting too, to take some attention and quickly kill.
Nice. Previous round, just narrow miss.
Wait, they've got res.
This time Ye lands a shot, but you're right. The res brings him right back, and they can... I thought Victor was going to try to spam right through it, yeah.
They get him low, but heals back up as well. So they can opt to use it at any time, but they find out where Ye is. The reposition from Ye has to be huge, but he's actually going the wrong site right now. It's all up to crashes again. How many times have we seen this?
We're going to see this mid-B split one more time. You hear the ult come through as it seems like, okay, it didn't cancel out, or it did cancel out, excuse me, as he doesn't stick it. They push forward. Ye.
There's no smoke.
Just a little bit of a sliver of room to work with this OpTic. Hold! XERXIA back! The spike in a pretty tough spot here with only 12 seconds left. And crashies still back sight. He's going to have to hold fast for OpTic once again. Nah, it was Victor who cleans things up. From behind as OpTic take another round away. They continue to claw their way back into this map. It doesn't seem like they're ready to go down quite yet.
Sure. I think the situation is slightly different than when OpTic made this slight comeback on Icebox, where the money kept getting was there for XERXIA. In this case, yeah, they'll be able to buy this round, but it's not as comfortable, I'd say. And with the way that these rounds are going very well for OpTic, I'd say not comfortable at all since the switch up. And it's another switch up. Kill setup for Finesse on top of Jen. We haven't quite seen Surf really push that area, right? He's been more of a dice player, but this can delay the plant for quite some time.
And if he chooses to this time with his light armor, the guy's going to get melted.
Yeah. Again.
Paranoia, Cloudburst, and you're right, he doesn't push into Jenny. He doesn't even dash into his Cloudburst. He does take one for his troubles. But OpTic are able to take a couple back as Finesse seems to be holding fast on backside. He gets 3 in the round. crashies cleans it up. And OpTic get to 10.
And the money's broken from XERXIA too. An attempt that was good. You saw Surf not even go into his own smoke. He gets the spray down on Heaven as he comes out. But OpTic swings even better. And look at that knife. You see it on the under the minimap right now. They knifed every single person. Thankfully for XERXIA, all the utility was out already, so they're just swinging through that smoke. But
sure.
I'm not sure if the flash didn't come out from Scary, but that's the only real initiation power that they have outside of, you know, the way that they're using the slows and nanostorms as well. That's good too.
Timeout coming through from XERXIA here late on Ascent. They still hold on to a 1-round lead, but it feels like it's slipping through their fingertips, especially when you consider they don't have guns this round. You mentioned it at the end of the previous one, Bala. Economy's busted. They shouldn't have very much to fight back with.
Is this going to happen, man?
I think it may.
This is so close. Easily the best match we've had so far here in Reykjavík. And OpTic the entire time while we're leading up to this. Obviously they were here for a little bit, got set up in their practice rooms, went through quarantine as well. They're thinking about this match happening. They're thinking about, and in their heads they know the history that these two teams, what if it happens again, is what they're thinking. Their recurring dream and theme for them.
You wonder, having happened once, potential to happen again, how much it keeps them up at night. But for OpTic here again, they've clawed their way back into a fighting chance to get Ascent, to take it back, to force us to map 3. And as we mentioned previously, XERXIA in a spot here where they should kind of go.
Yeah, he's opping again, and it looks like they want to go fast mid, so one of those patented eco rounds. Fox is going to dart with him.
There's the dart.
Finesse is joining him, though.
Nice Cloudburst to deny that. Get Surf! No way! And they swing at the same time. The operator swings out. He doesn't land the shots, but Surf's blades do. The numbers fall for OpTic.
No.
The numbers fall for OpTic as Victor tries to swing it right back. A 3v3.
Got the trade.
No, he falls.
No. OpTic, Marved left, stimming his way all over this. And the economy down, it doesn't matter. The night is dark and full of terror. XERXIA on the backs of a thrifty potential here.
Marved has to go massive for OpTic right here.
Planted.
He's got health. And he just seriously messed up Surf, but the job's far from done. Spike ticking, Marved creeping his way forward. Surf still holding that angle. Flirts with death twice and falls. And XERXIA convert the thrifty round again with a map point to get them to series point.
The worst announcer voice line to hear right there.
Yeah.
In a row.
Yeah. Yep.
Thrifty.
Yep.
Match point. And she's mocking you. 12-10. What is the money for OpTic? It's good enough. Ye still got the op. They've got a couple of ults to work with as well. And the crazy part about all of this, too, look, Finesse was there. He was ready to receive the setup. Ye was ready to bait them into him. But not only is Scary there to trade on the dash from Hard Boy Surf, but Surf gets aggressive and confident in Ye's face, too. Come on, man. Nothing found from that pop flash. Nothing found at all for OpTic. Except for Ye down middle. He just heard the jump peek. And this is patented Ye.
He's got to convert.
No.
No. Victor, a step too far. Now Ye knows where he is. Lands a shot to trade it right back.
But that's been the 5th or 6th time that we've seen somebody step a little too far off the angle that their teammate is holding. And now XERXIA flipping the script, going over towards B, and you actually just saw Ye rotate off of B, off of mid, towards A, hoping that that alarm bot does its job. It's all up to crashes again. I've said that so many times.
But this time seems to be playing off. We've got to be careful here, though, if you're OpTic, because if XERXIA get the spike down, they have the Hunter's Fury from Fox to potentially secure it. They cannot allow them to get cozy on the site.
Is he going to get another through the smoke?
Not able to do much. The shock dart swings through his Finesse pop, but Fox gets 3! Finesse left alone, and it happens! The green wall shows its cracks as the North